Hi everyone, my name is Kris De Leon here from sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm with my good friend Allan Galang, who's up there in Vancouver. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good, Kris. How about yourself?
Pretty good myself, thank you.
Good.
And I'm really excited over here just to talk to our audience out there and just talk a little bit more about yourself, a little bit about your background, and maybe we can just give a couple of information to people out there who are looking to explore the home-based business market, and how you as an individual can help them out. So I guess before we start off, can you tell us a little bit about your background, why you got into this whole home-based business industry?
Yeah, sure. Long story short, 32 years old, and I've been here for a solid about 7 years of my life. I got involved in the home-based business field because I was one of those guys that just couldn't hold down a job. Honestly, it is embarrassing to say, but in my early 20s, I used to go through jobs like underwear almost. One year, I went through literally over 20 jobs. Where,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was just horrible because I couldn't hold down a job just because I thought there was maybe something wrong with me, but I just learned over time that some people are employable and some people just psychologically aren't. And I had to learn through trial and error in my own experiences that I was not one of those people who could just sit and be told what to do by a boss. So that's why I decided to get involved in the home-based business field, because I didn't have $100,000 or $1 million to set up a brick-and-mortar company. I needed something a lot smaller scale. So, home-based business, a couple $100 and away you go. You can start off in a reasonable company and start generating earnings for yourself pretty quick if you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. And when you got into this home-based business, how did you get your start? What sort of challenges did you face, or were you the type of person who just got on board and just immediately got those magical results? Can you walk us through the process?
Sure. Long story short, what happened with me is that by age 25, I had lost everything that I had built up and what I thought at the time was successful. I was holding down 2 jobs plus trying to run a little nutritionals business, and it was killing me. I was doing literally 80 to 100 hours a week. I was working like a doctor, but without the doctor pay. Middle class lifestyle, pretty reasonable. New condo, a couple of new cars, reasonable income, partying on the weekends, having a great time, going on vacations. But eventually, when you start killing yourself and you're burning the candle at both ends, it catches up to you, and that's what happened to me. Age 25, I got really sick. I was out of commission for a month. I tried to go back to my jobs. They replaced me, lost my jobs, lost my faith in myself. Within 3 months, I went from living very comfortable, middle class, all the way down to a point where I had $5 in my pocket, literally, for maybe like 4 months. That's all I had. And I was living off a ramen soup every day because it cost $1.50. I think every broke person's lived off ramen soup for one point or another in their life. But that's what I did. And at that point, I did what Anthony Robbins calls threshold. You get to that point in your life where you just say, that's it, I'm done, I've had it, I'm sick of being poor. I went and I scrounged up some money and got his personal power training course, studied it at home, and it transformed my mindset. And within 30 days, I went from flat broke to finding a company, getting myself started, and within 32 days, I generated about $7,000 of personal earnings through working out of my home with a telephone and a computer. That was the first time in my life I ever did something like that, and to me at the time, it was unreal. So that's how I got my start.
Oh wow, that sounds like an incredible start, that you sort of struggled for a while and then suddenly things clicked. Through going through the Tony Robbins program.
Yeah,
how important is personal development within the whole home-based business industry?
Oh, I could go on about that topic forever. And it's unfortunate because a lot of companies don't actually focus on personal development. But just like Tony Robbins says, I'm a real big advocate of what he talks about when it comes to business. He says, no matter how great the vehicle, no matter how great the product, the service, the company, the core of your business, its success or its failure is based upon you. It's based on how you perform every single day. The actions you take or fail to take is what creates your ultimate outcome. And one of my past mentors before said, success is a habit, but so is failing. And ever since I learned that this thing between my ears is the most important tool in my business arsenal, I've always taken the time, not always, maybe 95% of the time, I've taken the time to feed my mind continuously to make sure it stays sharp. Because without that, no, I've seen people with 10 times more experience, life skills, ability, older age than myself that should have been able to succeed at a further level, but because their minds weren't geared towards succeeding in this particular field, they didn't.
Right. Right, and it's incredible because it seems like mindset is very important if you're getting to this kind of business, if you're becoming an entrepreneur.
Hugely.
Because every time I listen to all these motivational speakers and the successful entrepreneurs, they always talk about how personal development helped them through and how they became that person that just seemed to attract success to them.
Yeah.
So it's great that it's applied, that you applied that into your life and into your business. Yeah. So next question is, why should someone want to work with you? What sort of value do you feel you can offer your audience out there, to your prospects?
Well, you know what? If anything, I always feel blessed when somebody decides to take the time to work with me. I always tell people at first, though, if you're unsure of what mentors to go after, take a look around, jump on Google, look up across the internet. But one of the things that I'm really proud of, that I can say with total pride, because I've really worked hard to develop it, is I found the ways, generally speaking, not in all cases, but in many, I found the ways where most people are lacking or failing in, and I've been able to target those challenges that they've had within themselves, whether it's a technical skill, or whether it's a fear challenge, or an emotional management, or being in a position where they're really good at one thing but they suck at another, and they try to do everything, and the whole thing falls apart. I've been able to identify what makes people work and what doesn't. And what I like to do is I like to find out what's their best skill, what are they most attracted to doing, and I get them to do that immensely while they spend 80% of their time on that end of their business, while only 20% of their time is focused on the rest of the stuff. Like, let's say, like for myself, I suck at accounting, I suck at overall management, I suck at detail. I'm really good with action. I'm really good with just going out there and getting it done. Whether it's perfect or not, I don't really worry about it too much. But because I've noticed that in myself, I've learned to attract other people that are good in accounting, that are good at handling numbers, that are good in staying organized. So as we work as a team, as a unit, we can move forward 10 times faster than some other group, let's say of 5 to 10 people, where everybody's got either the same skill or nobody knows where they should be placed. And everybody's scattered, going everywhere else, left, right, and center. We can move forward as a team, and that's what I offer to everybody else that comes to work with us, is that we can find out what you're good at, and then we can merge you with a group of people that can propel you forward because you're working with a mastermind team that complements your own skills.
Wow, excellent. Those are great reasons for joining, and I just want to tell my audience out there that those are the reasons why I joined your group, because of that and because of your training. I've been able to develop at such a level where I have more confidence in myself, and because of that I'm able to help others achieve the same success that I'm achieving right now, and even more. So that's all exciting, and it's all thanks to your help. So
if anything, Chris, let me take a second. Folks, I just want to let you know, Chris is probably one of the best students I've ever come across in the past couple of years. This is a guy that's motivated, that's self-disciplined, that doesn't just do the talk, but he walks the walk. And if anything, I want you not to just look at my results, but look at Chris' results and ask yourself, if a guy like him can get on board and move that quickly, within 7 months, can do what most people take 5 years to generate, ask yourself what that kind of training could also do for someone like you who really wants to get on board and really wants to take their business to the next level.
Great. Well,
So
thank you so much for thanks so much, and thank you so much for your time and spending the afternoon with me, speaking about yourself and the kind of value that you can offer to people out there who are looking for a home-based business opportunity and where they can go and what they can achieve. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay, well, this wraps it up, and everybody out there, get in contact with us if you're interested in just hearing how we can help you out. So again, thanks so much for your time, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Thanks a lot, folks. Thank you, Chris. We'll see you guys later.